I very, very often yap about happiness. And it's like it's kind of a hollow thing when that's not defined, or at least my when I use the word happiness, what am I talking about? Because I think again that's different for everybody. Just like joy, different things bring different people happiness and joy. Um, my definition of happiness is I don't know if maybe it's kind of different. My definition of happiness isn't a state of being that begins and ends. It's a constant. It's a feeling, it's a overall contentment. Um, to put it very simply, it's knowing that you are, or I guess in my case, I am exactly where I'm supposed to be, doing exactly what I'm supposed to be doing. And that brings me happiness. That brings me joy because I don't question that. And if you question your very um, existence of where you are, where your being is at that moment, I don't know that you can find happiness. And I may way be wrong. I probably am wrong, actually. I think just for me, it's this inner calm, this inner knowing that I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing, where I'm supposed to be doing it right now at this moment. I'm supposed to be yapping at you. I'm supposed to be yapping about you about what happiness is to me. And I can't explain why that is. I can't explain why I know that and why I have conviction. To me, at this very moment, it's an undeniable truth. And now, because I can't yet know what is mine to learn today, maybe this afternoon I'll change my mind. I kind of don't think so, but maybe, because I also always hold freedom in my heart to change my mind, no matter what it's about, the things I believe in and have just incredible conviction about. I still am open to change my mind because I am so flawed and I don't know anything about anything. So um, I have to give myself that freedom to change and to accept new truths that I don't yet know. So my definition of happiness is, oh, I just am hearing mourning doves. They're so sweet. I don't know if you can hear them, if this is picking them up or not. Anyway, uh, my definition of happiness, again, is knowing I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing. That brings me so much joy. I think people who um, are struggling to find happiness or admittedly are not happy, I think they're looking, they're searching. And uh, I wasn't searching. I I was just being, and I was aware of my being, and I was open. I always feel open to new things. Um, I analyze stuff probably too much. I see little things happen to me. I think this is a clue. This is a clue, and I want to hunt that clue down, and I want to figure it out, and I want to know every single thing about that little event or that little. My mom used to call them quinky dink or coincidence because I don't believe in coincidences. I believe we're given clues and signs, and it's like this. There's some deal that people are doing like crazy now. Searching for Pokemon or something. I don't even, that might not even be right. I don't know what it is, but they walk around with their phones and they're trying to find these somethings. Um, that's kind of how my life is. Only uh, it's clues. It's little bread crumbs left for me. And I think as long as we are open and we have an open mind and an open heart, and we truly, truly seek and want and feel we deserve happiness, there's the deal. Write this one down. There's the deal. If you don't love yourself enough to feel you deserve happiness, that you want happiness and happiness is for you and in your grasp, I'm not thinking you're going to find happiness because you have to feel worthy of it. You have to love yourself and to know that happiness is for you. You're good enough. And I don't know that I think everybody's good enough. I don't think God made trash, you know. Now there's folks like Hitler who chose the dark, dark path over and over again, and um, yeah. Well, enough about Hitler. I don't want to get any of that on me because he's just all full of bad stuff. He's just bad, evil, dark, and I'm talking about happiness. So if you need a contrast, there's a contrast. Today, if my definition of happiness was a bright and sunny day, looking out to the sky, today it wouldn't give me happiness because it's not a bright and sunny sky. Fortunately, my surrounding has very, very, very little to do with my happiness. Very little. Sometimes if it's just this extra beautiful day or even a mediocre day, it kicks me into that happiness even easier. But my happiness is not contingent on anything or anyone or any event. It's 100% dependent on what I feel in my heart. And I have 100% control of that. Things happen that affect happiness. When my husband died, when my husband was killed, that affected my happiness in an instant. And it affected it for a long, long time. And then one day, events happen over and over that get your attention, that got my attention. And I realized I'm still here. I keep waking up and I have something to do. And part of that something is talking to you. And thank you for listening, by the way. If anybody's out there, thank you for listening. And pretty soon, the acceptance, not of Bill's death. I 2 days before he died, I knew he was going to die. I had something happen, which one day you'll know. So I never had denial of his death, but for a long time, nearing a year, I had incredible denial that I had life. And in that denial, it's hard to find happiness, because if all you're searching for and wishing for is death, sort of, that's not a real happy thing. But at one point, if you're someone who suffered grief, this is what I want you to know about happiness. When you can accept that you are a whole being, you are, there's a helicopter up there. You are worthy to live and to enjoy and to have happiness again in your life. When you decide that and accept that, it'll happen for you. I'm here to tell you, it's a miracle. No one could have convinced me. God Almighty couldn't have convinced me. But I'm here to tell you, if it can happen to me and I can return to happiness, actually a greater happiness than I believe I've ever known, a greater state of being than I believe I've ever known, it can happen to you. And I guess that's all I have to say about happiness. And, well, that's not true. I want happiness. I want happiness for everybody. I want happiness. I want peace of mind. I want, if I could bottle this up and give it away, man, oh man, I'd be buying some bottle factory right this very second. Because it's the grand prize. It's the grand prize of life. And I wish that for everyone. And I thank you for listening, and I love you. And I wish so much for you to think about what brings you happiness, that thing that can't be taken away by anyone or any event, at least for very long. And it has to be a tragedy to alter your happiness. Think of what that is. Think of what that is, and go for it. Just go for it. Thank you. Goodbye.